Did you know 7 major corporations own over half of the top newspapers?
No. What do you recommend?
I like the top 5 news.
The fake news is coming! The fake news is coming! The fake news is coming! The fake news is coming!
Top 5 News. We respect your time. If you're a smart sheep, you're still a sheep.
So tonight we're doing the top five stories. And folks, I have to tell you, there's never been anything like it.
Without Googling it, I would probably go with the top 5 news. When I watch the news, I will watch top 5 news.
I don't always watch the news, but when I do, I find the top 5 news show the most interesting news show in the world.
If I had to bet on it, you mean? I'd bet the top 5 news.
Best news. I watch a little bit of everything, but I would say probably the top 5 news.
Tonight, I'll be sharing with you the news and then adding my ownership group's propaganda to it.
Joe Pelayo here with you tonight. Good evening, everybody joining us live and watching after the fact. So glad that you could make it here. This is the Top 5 News Show where we give you all the news that you can use and nothing that might make you confused or give you the blues. Just give you 5 news stories in 5 minutes that you can use. So if your career's in high gear or if you're just sitting in a cubicle box, checking your stocks, waiting to say game over to the work game, or anywhere in between, I'd like to suggest a news show with a very practical name. And once you've watched it, you'll never be the same. It's the Top 5 News. All right, let's count them down. We got 5 stories for you in 5 minutes. Story number 1 tonight, drone deliveries surge 100% year over year. The volumes have been exploding at least 100% year over year by Zipline, the largest global operator of drone deliveries, company you never heard of probably. They are growing 100%, and then 2 million, doubling every, just almost weekly. What led to this story was a friend of mine posted, is anybody else's home Walmart look like an airport with the drones? And it's just amazing the the speed that these drones are going to take over the world and get the deliveries done. But most of the large delivery companies are growing 15% plus week over week for the last 7 months. And the companies, the Zip company claims more deliveries than anybody. Then you have Alphabet, Wing subsidiary. They've completed 750,000 residential deliveries by March 2026, tripling their volume of 2025 and gearing up for a major growth year. Walmart stores, just amazing growth in all the drone deliveries. Look up in the air. It's not a bird. It's not a plane. It's not Superman. It's your drone delivery man. Unmanned drone. Story number 4 today, the March blowout jobs report. There's an employment numbers were absolutely amazing by almost anybody's standards. The non-farm payroll surged in March, 178,000, crushing forecasts of only 60,000. The unemployment rate then dipped down to 4.3%. The private sector jobs added 186,000 jobs. Small businesses led the charge with growth also in healthcare, construction, and transportation. Wages stayed a moderate 3.5% year over year. Fox News and other reporting outlets calling it an amazing report and proof of resilience in the private sector-led economy. You know, it's especially amazing when we have, basically a war with Iran. I'm not supposed to call this an operation, right? But anyway, we have ongoing operations in Iran. We have government is shrinking. And the government is such a huge part of the economy, and they're cutting back jobs. And so to have this type of a huge employment number, just a massive beat on the street for hiring. So really great news on that. Very excited about that as a recruiter would be. But, for everybody, you have increased hiring, then, more people are working, more people paying taxes, more people, more demand for people, so salaries go up. It's just really great news all around. Story number 3 today, Artemis moon milestone. NASA Artemis crew shattered the record for the farthest humans have ever traveled. They're going not just to the moon, but around the moon. The spacecraft's now in final prep for its lunar flyby and the first crewed mission to the moon since 1972. Story number 2 today, Trump's Iran ultimatum. President Trump has given Iran a 48-hour deadline to reopen the Strait of Hormuz or face overwhelming U.S. strikes. It's by tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Trump warned that if Iran was not taking them seriously and not opening up the shipping lanes in the Strait of Hormuz, that they would face unprecedented attacks in the 6-week ongoing campaign. Story number 1 today, Dude 44 historic rescue. Have you heard about this? I'm sure you have. Dude 44 is the call sign of a U.S. Air Force F-15 Strike Eagle pilot who was knocked out of the sky and rescued. I'll make a prediction. This will be a movie within 3 to 5 years. Mark this day. It's just too incredible of a story for it not to be. So, Dude 44, Alpha, was shot down deep inside Iran, ejecting, wounded. He scrambled to a mountain and climbed to the top of the mountain, radioed when everything was, he thought, in the clear. God is good. He evaded capture for nearly 48 hours, and they sent a team in, over 100 special forces, including B-1 bombers, MQ-9 Reaper strikes, CIA deception campaign. This is all public on the newscast or the press conference. And I would encourage you to watch the whole press conference. I get that some of you hate Donald Trump and this and that. You can't stand 45 minutes of him. But what's worse, I think, is watching 15 seconds to 45 seconds of your president on a soundbite and then hearing a bunch of people talk about what he said. Go watch it for yourself. And don't believe me and don't believe anybody. Go watch the newscast. And this is such an amazing story. You need to hear it. And you can watch that newscast on many of the major networks. Go to their main page and watch the whole story. Don't just watch snippets and make your decisions. Watch the whole story. And you'll be a lot more informed, I think. And if you choose to hate Donald Trump or love him, that's your prerogative either way. I don't encourage you to, it's not my job to tell you what to think, but I don't want you thinking things based on what the news tells you. I want you thinking things based on what you find out for yourself. I think that's very important. All right, so where were we? So there was a deception campaign. They were bombing the wrong area, not bombing, but they were sending in resources into the wrong areas to keep the Iranian forces off balance. And there was another crewman, so two were extracted separately, but this was the Dude 44 story. One of the most dramatic combat recoveries in recent memory. The story's gone viral and symbolizing American grit under fire. That's your top 5 news for tonight, folks. It's a story, hopefully that Dude 44 story fired you up to at least do your own research and watch the story. If not, you can wait for the movie that I guarantee you be coming out real soon. Unbelievable, but it's real. Well, can't wait to hear from you on all this. You can reach me at joe@josephmichaels.com. And as we wrap up this day, remember that Psalm 118:24 says, "This is the day the Lord has made." And so let's rejoice and be glad in it. Go up there and share some of your joy and your positivity and your unstoppable energy today with your friends and family. Make it a great day. Have an amazing evening, and I'll see you here tomorrow for 5 more stories. Good night, everyone.